Hey, dear ones. Um, what is today's date? I think it's January 5th. Let me just check. No, it's January 6th already. Anyway, this morning I was guided to talk about serving two masters and why you cannot do that. So I will record that later, but right now I just wanted to share what came through as I meditated under this tree. Um, yeah, the topic about serving two masters um, is coming in so strong, so I must talk about that later. Um, the other thing that came through is the journey of the chosen one. Just like what the Bible said, many are called, but few answered. And God's been calling me to do His work, but I didn't really respond to it until 2018. So I was called to do work 2000, 2007, 2009, and then again in 2018. And on the third time, that's when I put everything aside, my career aside, and just listen to what I'm guided to do. And ever since 2018, I'm just acting on the guidance. It's not an easy journey, and I wasn't planning to share my journey until I was guided to share it and write it. So that's how book number 6 came about, titled Grass is Not Greener on the Other Side, because you guys have no idea what I had to go through, the test I had to go through, the scams I had to go through, the lies and deceptions I had to go through. But despite of all that, I was not bitter, because I understood why they happen. I understood that there are lessons that needs to be learned in each circumstances. Was I upset with the people who took part on those lessons? Yes, of course. We are all humans, but after a while, I'm no longer upset, and I credit that through my practice of vipassana, because um, of my practice of vipassana and the wisdom that I received, knowing that we didn't go through challenging times for no reason. There's always a reason behind that. And me knowing that, you know, I signed up for this. I asked for this situation to happen so I can learn my lesson, so I can evolve. And so when I'm no longer upset, when I calm down, then I thank the people who played that role in my life, because if it wasn't for them, I'm not, I wouldn't be able to experience what I wanted to experience in the first place, and I wouldn't have learned the lessons that I wanted to learn, and I would not have evolved if I didn't experience that. So with that said, I encourage you to let go of your anger, let go of the past pains that you had to go through in the past, in order for you to move forward and ascend. Because until you're hanging on to those pains and suffering that you endure, and up to now suffering from, it's not going to be good for you, because you're just going to be in that low vibe, negative energy, and you don't want that. As I mentioned before, Earth is ascending, and we need to adapt to its new frequency. Not everyone will survive it. That's why you see people dropping, people dying. It's because they cannot hold the frequency of the new Earth anymore. So, as I mentioned earlier, many are called, few were chosen. And that was very apparent in 2020 pandemic. We were all tested, and taking the jab was one of the tests. I think I can say that that could be the mark of the beast, because I knew what's in the vaccine. I understood why it's for. And so if you are one of the ones who took it and you're my family member and didn't listen to me, it's okay. There's ways to get rid of it. But, you have to be intentional to not want it in your body, because there's still a lot of people out there that thinks that this is going to be vax are good for them. So these people are going to be going on another timeline, a different timeline. There would be timeline split, and it's becoming very apparent. One is positive, two is negative timeline. And you choose timeline through your vibration. So if you're low vibe, then you're going to go to the negative timeline. That's why I keep saying raise your vibration, because it matters. What else do I want to say? So yeah, forgiveness is one of the things, one of the lessons that we have to learn to ascend. Another thing is patience. Another one is discernment, be able to discern things and listen to our intuition, our guidance. A lot of times the guidance comes through and it doesn't make sense. It's not logical. It's not rational. So for a person like me, whose background I'm, as a CPA lawyer, I'm very analytical and logical. So there's always conflict there for me. But I learned to listen to my intuition, my inner guidance, and just not rely on my limited knowledge. So because of that, I was able to take aligned action, which is in alignment to my highest timeline, my highest good. And through the process, I was rejected. I went through a lot of rejection by people I love. There are close family members who I didn't expect to receive me. And that was very hurtful. It took me a while to get over that. But again, because of the wisdom and knowing that, I came to Earth for a reason. I'm here to learn the lessons. I'm here to experience the things that I experience, because in order for me to execute my mission, which is one of them is helping people get through challenging times, is for me to experience those things. So I can only help people who's going through challenging times if I went through the same thing. So that's why it happened. And now I'm in a place where I can help. And so, the guidance I got to write book 6 is to glorify God. It's not about me. It's about Him. It's about Him letting people know that at the end of the day, you cannot serve two masters. So a lot of people are choosing uh, materialism over serving the divine. For me, that decision wasn't easy because when I lost my job in 2018, um, that was my source of income. But I learned to surrender and let go of control. It wasn't easy because all my life I had been in control, and then suddenly, you know, that blanket was taken off of me. That security blanket was stripped. So, but all those things happen for a reason, and I look back and think that, I'm so glad those things happened, because if I'm still in corporate America today, I would be very, very miserable. And I probably one of those people who would have lost the job anyway, because industries are changing. Whatever industry not in alignment with the highest timeline will be collapsing. So, um, yeah, I mean, I'm seeing that it's very apparent now that a lot of people are losing their jobs, and a lot of people are um, so desperate and taking their lives they because they were stripped that security blanket off of them. People are losing money in stock market, in um, cryptocurrencies, because we are always tested. We are always tested. And at the end of the day, the goal is to return to source. Whether you're going to do divine's work or not, the end goal is to return to source. And so part of my mission is to help people that are still struggling and going through a tough time. Right now, I'm seeing, I'm still, it's not gonna get fixed easily, because change takes time here in the 3D world. So we're still trying to save a lot of people by, you know, by hoping that they will choose to be with us in a positive timeline. What else is coming through? I think that's it. Again, book 6 is being worked on. I had a lot of download on how I will deliver it. But ultimately, like I said earlier, there are lessons in the process. And some of those lessons are surrender. Surrender to God 100%, letting go of fear, letting go of control. The lesson of trusting. The other one is so surrender, trusting the Lord, patience, because we are still being groomed every day. We are still being tested every day. And the other important thing that I want to say is, make sure you're not reactive. Make sure that you are staying calm and not, reacting negatively in things that are triggering you. One of the things that I'm tasked to do, I'm sure some of you know that by now, is I trigger people. I say things that trigger people's I say things that trigger people. I do things that trigger people, and that's actually by design. By design, because you're tested how you would react. So make sure you're not reacting negatively. Make sure you're always positive. So, because when you maintain a positive attitude, positive energy, then you will attract positive people in your life, positive situations in your life. That's how it works. It's unfortunate that we're not taught that, in school or church. But now you know. Now you can change your ways and the way you perceive things. I think that's it. That's all that's coming through right now. Unless I think of anything else, but when I get home later, I will record the topic about um, serving two masters, because it's already ready for me to record it. I have the information laid out already, so I'll do that later. All right, guys, enjoy your day.